Hello and thank you for joining me today. Well, this is the Monday, August 25th edition of our video devotionals. We appreciate you being with us today, and I do hope your Monday's going well. It is the beginning of the work week and school week, and I believe this is the week where many of the public school children, I think at least here in the state of North Carolina, will go back to school, but I know there's already some that started, maybe has for the last couple of weeks or so. But at any rate, it is that time where kids and I say actually adults, those that go to college, of course, we consider an adult 18 plus. But at any rate, let's pray for everybody that's in that education phase of their life, and also let's pray that they not only will be safe where they're at and safe from harm, of course, but also safe from the philosophies, the worldly philosophies that are out there. There's people that have agendas. Sadly, there's people who stand and teach that have agendas that has nothing to do with their subject, but has everything to do with their heart and an agenda they're trying to push that's just not godly. So let's pray for those adults and children, of course, and then the homeschoolers. Let's pray for parents and people that teach their children, and then the Christian schools, of course, and that's supposed to be a Christian environment and all of that. So let's just remember folks who's in that education phase of their life, and then, of course, folks that are working. We hope you have a great day at work and a great work week, all right? All right, well, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to be in Jeremiah chapter 11 today. We're going to start in verse number 18. Again, we appreciate everybody who watches the videos and the responses and all of that, just the acknowledgments of watching. We appreciate you very much. Well, the chapters that I read today, chapters 9 through 12, pretty heavy about the judgment aspect of things. Of course, if you know Jeremiah, if you've been in church any length of time, judgment was pending very soon. It would happen within Jeremiah's day. So, but I did find this. I thought that I could pass along. It may be a little bit heavy for a Monday, but I thought I'd pass it along and just make some observations about it, okay? Or notice Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 18. It says this, and this is Jeremiah speaking, and the Lord hath given me knowledge of it, and I know it. Then thou showest me their doings. Jeremiah is saying, I know what's going on amongst the people, the things that are not right. God has showed it to me. Now think about that. God showed Jeremiah just what was going on. Look at verse 19. But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to the slaughter, and I knew not that they had devised devices against me, saying, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof, and let us cut him off from the land of the living, that his name may be no more remembered. Now they're talking about Jeremiah. They didn't like what he said and what he was saying. And notice the next verse, verse 20. But, O Lord of hosts, that judgest righteously, that triest the reins and the heart, let me see thy vengeance on them, for unto thee have I revealed my cause. Basically, Jeremiah is saying, it's in your hands, Lord. You know what's going on, and I'm going to trust you in this situation. Notice verse 21. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of the men of Anathoth that seek thy life, saying, prophesy not in the name of the Lord, that thou die not by our hand. Basically, what was saying, the men said, look, you better quit talking in the name of the Lord, because we're going to get you. Now, that's country talk right there. We're going to literally take your life. We'll take care of you because you're out here preaching in the name of the Lord. How sad when anybody could get to the point they'd be against anybody, a preacher, anybody that's preaching the words of God, and they don't like it, and it hits them hard, and they say, we're coming after you, old man of God. We're coming after you. And Jeremiah says, Lord, you know what's going on here, and I'm trusting you in this situation. How sad, though, that people would be in that position where they'd be that angry with basically the message that's from the Lord. Look, this is not Jeremiah's message, it's the Lord's message, and Jeremiah's just delivering the message. And then look at verse 22. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will punish them. The young men shall die by the sword, their sons and their daughters shall die by famine. And there shall be no remnant of them, for I will bring evil upon the men of Anathoth, even the year of their visitation. Now, I realize there are people that can disagree. There's people that can come up with some schemes, and I get that. That's just a part of standing for right in general. But I'll say this. You don't want to be on the wrong side of a man of God that's standing and preaching the words of God. You don't want to do that. That's not good for you. It's not good for your family. It's just not good at all. And so let me just say two things. One, don't be someone that's a part of that for your own good. Number two, thank God for men of God that stand up in pulpits, live their lives because they're just trying to do the right thing. They're just trying to follow the Bible. They're just trying to pass along the message that God has allowed them and wants them to speak and preach. And of course, men of God stand up and preach encouraging words. We know that that's a part of it. But you know what? There's things in our lives that's not right, and God sends a message our way, and God uses a messenger. Then don't go after that messenger. You don't want to do that. That's not good. God don't want you to do that. That's just a wise word for all of us. And so I know that's a little heavy for a Monday, but that's good for us. It's okay. Let's just all decide, hey, we want to hear from God, and God help me to be who I need to be, and that's important. All right, well, we'll stop right there. Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for watching.